Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be talking about my university experience at King's College London doing the psychology course. I'll be talking about the good, the bad and the really ugly about my experience, and I hope this helps you guys, and if it sort of doesn't, I hope it still acts as some sort of entertainment. So basically, let's start with the good stuff, because I want to be positive about it. So I think the good stuff would be that the people who teach on the course are really good, like they're great at what they do, and they sort of make the lectures and the seminars and everything you have really interesting to learn, and so that really helps when you've got, you know, hard subjects and modules that you want to get your head around. So I mean, for instance, one of the tutors, he's really good at explaining what he does, like, and what the subject is about, and he does it by giving real life examples of how the psychological theory can be applied to such a scenario, for instance. And it's really interesting. For instance, like we learnt about cancer patients and how there's a theory like called upward and downward comparison, and in that sort of theory he explained how cancer patients, even though they're going through such a bad time, do upward comparisons. So they look at other people with cancer who have managed to be positive and you know, lived long healthy lives despite it, and so the people in the lower sort of position who are feeling not so great can feel better because they're doing upward comparison against these positive people. So stuff like that's really interesting, and you want to seriously sometimes not even want the lectures to end, because it gets it gets really cool. Another good thing I'd say about King's College London is there are lots of societies, literally about 300 if not more. There has to be. There's everything you want. Like there's crazy stuff, like I don't know, like there's dancing, there's knitting, there's writing, badminton, tennis, American football, psychology, neuroscience, so everything in terms of the subjects and the degrees they do here. They have usually a society on each, and you can obviously go and sign yourself up if you feel like doing so. Personally, I've signed up to the Psychology Society because that is my degree, so it makes sense. And also badminton. They also do, I think, baking societies as well, which is right up my street. I love that. And any of you Great British Bake Off lovers would also appreciate societies like that. So there's loads of societies. A further thing is you're in London, so this campus, or this university should I say, is literally based in the heart of London. Like you cannot get any more central compared to, you know, King's College London. So all around you'll have like the River Thames, you'll have Buckingham Palace close by, Westminster, the London Eye, Madame Tussauds. You've literally got everything around you, like the Shard, and it's literally all around you, which is really cool. And but having said that, you might get used to it after, like, I've been here a month now, and like I do look at the Shard, but not as I used to look at it before. Like you get used to it, you're like, oh okay, is this another, okay, so this is like, it gets repetitive because you any place you go and you stay for a long time, you will eventually be like, okay, yeah. But yeah, nevertheless, it's great for exploring around if you've got some spare time. Like there's loads of museums, the Natural Art Gallery or the Natural Art Museum. There's literally so much to do. You'll be hard pressed to decide, because yeah. So that's another great thing about London. Another great thing I've found is it's also great because the King's College London itself sort of allows you membership to other university and their libraries. So for instance, if you want to use the library for the London School of Economics, or like there's a Morgan Library, there's for the Imperial College London and a few other universities, you can literally use your card and have access to those libraries. So if you get bored of your own at King's College, you can just, you know, stroll around and go to other libraries and make use of their facilities as well, because it's amazing the access you have. And yeah, and that sort of summarises all the good points in my opinion. Now let's talk about the bad points. The bad points are that because you're in London, like, and at King's College London specifically, like, there's no campus feel. So if you want like university experience and that close-knit feel, you won't get that here. Like, so because it's London, each building is so separate from others. And for instance, in my course, the friends I have, I usually see in the lectures and outside of lectures. It's rare that I see them outside of sort of class so much, because they don't live in the accommodation I live at. So that can be difficult, because, like, you know, you might see someone one day and then another day you hardly see him. And because of that, it's sort of more difficult, I'd say, to make proper solid friends who you can see whenever you want to see. And that is an issue because it's not a campus uni, so you need to bear that in mind. I don't know if any of you guys want to apply, or any future people watching this video, that's an issue here, and that needs to be thought of carefully. A second issue I've found about King's College London is the tutorial groups. Usually there are small tutorial groups, like 2 or 3 people, but in our tutorial groups there are about 9, 10 to even 15 people. So say if you do have any issues, like with I don't know, workload, etc., and any problems, you cannot really say it in front of 10-15 people. Like, you want your own privacy and stuff, so you gotta, you know, book everything. Like, you have to book your one-to-ones, etc. Like, you don't get them automatically, and so that is another little bad thing, if you like, I found. Another one would be some of the lectures and the workload would be, like, it's crazy. For psychology it's quite up here, because like you have to be on it from day one, otherwise you will fall behind. And there's certain modules which are much more difficult than other modules, so you have to sort of balance your workload and balance your time that way. So instead of, say, I have 2 modules that I can give examples of right now: society and a brain module. So the brain module is ridiculously hard in that like, it's really complex in terms of the language used and the concepts, and foreign concepts explained with foreign language. So you're pretty much screwed if you don't really put hard work outside of class, because you won't understand it. But the society module is pretty much really straightforward and almost common sense. So it is literally like, it's almost a breeze, if you like. But then again, you have to use your studying time for society for the brain module, and it sort of balances out, you know. And you have to, like, put at least 30 to 40 hours outside of class to really know your stuff and stay on top of stuff. It's treated as a full-time job, because that's what it is. This is uni and not college or high school, so the workload is crazy. Now let's get on to the ugly of King's College London. I would say, like, the ugly, if you like, is that there's no sort of, like, the buildings, the King's College London buildings themselves, they're not exactly architectural feats, you know. Like, they're not You know, they're not going to blow you away when you see the buildings. They're like bog standard functional buildings, you know. So that is a thing to bear in mind if you're really into your historic side and your historic buildings, because they don't really have them here as part of King's College London anyway. So yeah, that will hit you as a shock. Another ugly of King's College would be that again, the atmosphere itself and the pace of everything around you, it is really fast. Like, everyone is on fast forward mode, while everyone else in the world is just, outside of London, I mean, is almost slow paced and like normal, if you like, normal speed. But here everything is just so fast. It's like a city that never sleeps, so you have to really adjust to it, otherwise you will fall behind, and like you'll be like, wow, whoa, everything's just too fast for me and I cannot keep up. And so that is another ugly. If you're not, that's saying if you're not into your high, fast city lifestyle, then it will be really ugly for you. For me personally, I do find it fast-paced, really fast-paced, but I guess after a certain duration you adjust to it and you sort of say, okay, I'm in London and I need to get a grip and I need to stay on top of everything. But that does take a while. Like, I'm 1 month into my course right now, roughly a month anyway, and even now I find like I have issues with, like, it's still sinking in. Okay, I'm in London and the workload is crazy and everything, you know, can get stressful, like really stressful. So you need to know and be aware of that when it hits you and then do something about it. And there are literally loads of services and loads of places you can go for advice and help and anything like that to keep you sane, if you like. And yeah, and that sort of summarises my short video on King's College London. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope it hasn't detracted you from applying, because it still is a great uni, and if you've done the research you will know it's worthwhile investing your time to come here. And so thank you for watching, and I hope you've really enjoyed it. Please leave a like, subscribe and a thumbs up too. So that's it from me. Have a nice day then. Bye.